I've been at Adelaida for about a year and a half, and don't be shy, you can start drinking whenever you'd like to. What you have in your glass right now is our sparkling wine, so that'll be the first on your list, and we'll just work through there. Like I said, I work at Adelaida, and Valerie asked me to come do a tasting for the Pismo Chamber of Commerce, and we don't usually do in-person tastings. We've been doing a lot of virtual tastings over Zoom, just something while we're closed to kind of get something going. But those have been pretty successful, so if afterwards you guys want to book virtual tastings or do anything like that, it's fun to do with your family at home. We just reopened last Saturday, so we are open for tastings outside if anyone wants to come out and visit us. Has everyone been to Adelaida? Never heard of it? Been there? Yeah. It's definitely growing. In the past 10 years, I'd say there's about 350 wineries in Paso now. Adelaida is the 9th oldest, so we've been there since 1981 and rebuilt our tasting room in 2016, so it's very, very beautiful. One of these little brochures, you can actually see our new tasting room.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, and then I have club brochures out there, and then I also have this map that is pretty much just a breakdown of all the varietals that we grow at Adelaida. We have 3 different ranches that 7 vineyards sit on, and everything is estate grown. So there are some cases where we'll have to source outside of our estate, but yeah, if you have any questions, just raise your hand.
Located at Sierra?
So if you're going out towards Lake Nacimiento, like you're going to go out towards the cemetery, you turn left on Adelaida Road. So Adelaida was an old mining town. Need some more? All right. We have 2 sets of everything.
We're one short? Oh.
Oh, okay. I was going to say. I was like, wow, you already finished it.
So what were they mining at? You said
Yeah, mercury.
Just like
Yeah.
they did all up and down the coast.
Yeah, so they mined mercury back in the 1800s. So there's no correlation between Australia or anything like that. But so we'll get started on the first wine for you guys. This is our 2017 sparkling wine. We haven't made a sparkling in probably 35 years, so this is our first one coming back. It takes about 3 years to go through the process of actually making a sparkling wine. What happens is they freeze yeast at the neck of the bottle and then shoot it out. We send it off to Napa. And they shoot out the yeast and then they put another yeast in, and it has a little bit of a sugar content to it. So we have to lay that down for about 3 years. So this one has a little bit more of like that crisp apple note to it. And this one is a blend of our Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. So 50-50 blend from our estate. Yeah. So I'll let everyone try that. See how you like it.
It's good.
I know. I don't want to talk over anyone's head. So if you have no idea what that is, it's fine.
Garrett wants to know if you'd explain the yeast part again.
Yeah, so they put indigenous yeast from our vineyard into the bottle, and it freezes at the neck. And then we send it off, and they shoot out the yeast, and then they put another yeast inside. So it's kind of like this powdery, chalky film that hangs out on the grapes, and that's all of our yeast just out in the vineyard, natural. They just open the cork. They just take the cork out of the bottle. Yeah, yeah. Shoot it out. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys want to take a look at the maps, I think I placed a few out there.
Give me a hand one.
I got it.
Did they get one?
Okay. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of acreage there. So Jeremy Weintraub is our winemaker. He's been there for about 8 or 9 years. He came from UC Davis, which has a huge viticulture focus. So he's an amazing winemaker. He did a lot of work out in Napa and came to us about 8 years ago. So the map kind of breaks down all of our varietals that we grow at Adelaida. So the 3 ranches there are Hilltop Ranch. So on the front of the map, you see this really pretty view.
Yes.
We have the highest elevation in Paso Robles. It's 2,320 feet, which is the name of our club.
Does that help the wine? Or?
So that one there pretty much is just a wedding venue site that we have up there.
Okay.
But right now we do what's called a signature tasting. So our signature tastings we hold in the back by our old tasting room, And since we can't do inside tastings, we're doing our tastings up on the hilltop. So you can actually book a reservation to do your tasting up on the hilltop and try some of our signature wines, which is a little bit more of an elevated level. All right, I'll let you pour the next one.
Bring this one.
Yes. Yeah. So this is our membership guide I have here. We have 4 different clubs now. So we have 2 signature clubs. Signature is, if you've ever heard the term reserve wine,
Right.
it's just a better block of grapes that we use out in our vineyard. And usually what happens is whenever it's coming out of the barrel, it comes out naturally. It's our free run juice is what we call it. And usually Jeremy will go around and try the wines just to pick out which ones he wants to bottle for signature. Yeah. Just in their glasses they have. Yes.
What was this again?
That's our sparkling wine. Our 2017 sparkling wine. Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. And then I do have...
Signature could be 6 bottles or 4.
Yeah, exactly. So we have a signature 4 series, and then we have our signature 6 series. So those are what we pick for you. You don't get to customize that.
They'll be either reds and whites, or is it just reds or what?
Our signature series is all reds. So you'll always get reds in that one. We pick those for you. They're always different. We maybe throw in like a Nebbiolo or a Syrah, always our Cabernet Sauvignon. And then our customized level. So we have a custom club. The custom 6 is what you pick entirely. And you can always add signature bottles if you'd like to. But it'll be more of our estate stuff. So you'll get some like Anna's Red, which is a blend. We do have a Grenache that we throw in there. So I always try to veer people towards that. If you want a surprise, our signature series is fun. But our custom club is kind of nice because you can pick whatever you want to be there. So we have a custom 6.
Signature is the reserve,
Right.
and the custom is not.
Right. Sometimes we'll throw a signature bottle in there, but sometimes it's kind of random.
What do you do with all these walnuts? You got tons of acreage of walnuts.
We do. We have almost more walnut acreage than we do vineyards.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, so they've been there almost since the vineyards have, and we harvest those right after all of our grapes, and then we send them out everywhere, or we sell them in the tasting room. Yeah. So they're English walnuts that we have. There's black oak on the bottom and American oak on top, so they're grafted. We got tons. So it's kind of funny, you know, during the season, everyone's coming out and they have baskets and they're just on the property just picking up walnuts.
They got over 200 acres of walnuts.
And then our club is twice a year, so it's spring and fall. And we are kind of getting our allocations out for fall right now, so we'll be starting our spring soon. So if you wanted to join, I mean, you get free tastings, so 4 free tastings. You can bring a couple friends with you, and then we'll extend out the discount to them too, which is 20%.
20%. And do you have any pickup parties or anything, or are you going to?
This year they were all canceled, but we do have pickup parties, and usually we'll hold them on our hilltop. So we'll shuttle everyone up to our hill, and you'll get to hang out and drink wine and pick up your shipment. But this year they've all been canceled. We're not really sure when we're going to be doing events again, just because it's such a weird year, but hopefully soon.
Okay.
Yeah. So the next wine you're trying, that's our Pinot Noir. That is our 2018. So Pinot is a little bit more of our specialty at Adelaida. We have the oldest Pinot vines on the Central Coast and second here in California. They were planted in 1964 by Dr. Stanley Hoffman. He was a cardiologist from Los Angeles. So we named the vineyard Hoffman Mountain Ranch, HMR Ranch. So this Pinot's kind of young, being a 2018, but you can lay Pinot down just in the bottle for 10 years if you'd like, and they age really nicely. So they pick up a little bit more of like that earthy character, more soil-like. But right now it's got a lot of bright cherry on the front, some really nice spice on the back. Pinot is not always my favorite just because they are kind of soil earthiness to them, but I'm becoming a little bit more acquired to our Pinot. Yes.
They're different everywhere.
Yeah, so when he planted it, we called it his suitcase clone because we have no idea where he got it from or where he smuggled that one in from. But he planted it out in our vineyard. So the way it sits, we get some really nice coastal breeze on it. So you can see that our Pinot Noir, that's our biggest acreage that we have in vineyards. So it sits a little bit differently. So it's shaded all day and it gets some really nice coastal breeze. So we're about 14 miles from the coast at Adelaida. So we have really hot days and really cool nights. Therefore, our alcohol content is a little bit higher, which France doesn't really like about us. We're kind of considered what's called New World compared to Old World. So in France, they have a lot of Old World wines. Their climates are insanely different than ours. So our sugar content is also a little bit higher as well. So you won't really taste a lot of the alcohol on our wines, even though some of them are 15.5 even. So I think all of the ones you're trying today are in the 14s. But
So what do you guys charge for a tasting there? What are your hours there now?
so it's $20 a tasting, but each tasting is waived with a 2-bottle purchase. So, and you're more than welcome to share a tasting. You don't necessarily have to do your own, but everything's kind of flight style right now. We serve all of the wine at once rather than just pouring the bottle at your table now, which is kind of nice because the wine has time to breathe and it's there in front of you, so you're not left with an empty glass. And then we're open every day of the week from 10 to 5. So we do our last tasting at 3:30. So right now we're all reservation. We weren't before, but it's kind of nice because we can pinpoint when you're going to be there and what to expect. And now we can print out these little menus for you guys with your last name on them when you arrive. So if you guys want to make a reservation, you can go online to our website, adelaida.com, and it'll kind of walk you through the steps through our reservations.
Thank you, Sierra.
Yes, you're welcome. I hope you guys are enjoying the Pinot. It probably pairs pretty nicely with your charcuterie, too. Huh? You liked it. My mom does not really like wine, so
She doesn't like wine.
You said you're the highest. I thought Dow was the highest.
they have the highest tasting room. And
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, so we have the highest Hilltop.
Yeah, I gotta check.
That's okay. I get that question every day, so. Yeah, so actually to get to our vineyards, you go past Dow's tasting room. They have a beautiful facility. Yeah.
Our niece used to work there.
Yeah, it's beautiful there. So they have the highest tasting room and it overlooks all of the vineyards. Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
All right, we're ready for the next.
You ready for the next?
These elevated experiences that I see,
Mm-hmm.
so they're more than the $20, but
Right.
if you're a member, you get them for discount.
Yeah, so they're usually $50 a person for the signature tastings, and then club members will get a 20% discount on that. But it's very, very worth it. If you've never done a signature tasting, it's fun to do. Right now, our capacity for a group is 6 people. So if you have more than that, we'll probably split you up on tables. But for our signature, we shuttle everyone up in a van. And then we have a cheese pairing with all of the wines, and you get to just hang out right here. So it's really, really nice. Yeah, it's fun. Since, this has all been going on, we haven't really been getting the parties, but
We're gonna set another goal. How many members are we gonna get this time, you guys?
so this is our 2018 Zinfandel. This is called, it comes from our Michael's vineyard. So Michael was our old ranch manager. He had been there since he was a boy. His dad was involved on the property. And so we named the vineyard after him, Michael's Vineyard. So the Zinfandel, it's moderately jammy, and in that sense, it has a lot of black fruit on it, more blackberry, blue notes to it. Zinfandel is one of my favorites. We head train it, and it's 100% dry farmed. So that meaning it just relies on the water that it gets from the sky. And head training is something that we do where it grows in like a canopy like. It is shaded, the grapes are. So rather than growing on a trellis like you would see a normal vineyard, it's a stake in the ground and the vine grows up the pole. So those are kind of spaced out about 9 to 11 feet. It's just another way for them to grow grapes. And then the roots grow a lot deeper too, since they're not getting rainfall from the rain from the drip irrigation. Yeah.
Well, I'd hate to have to buy water in Paso.
I know it.
I think it's
And we're actually moving into the process of being 100% organic at Adelaida, which is huge for us. It takes about 4 years, so we're all organically farmed now. Did you get that?
Yeah. Oh, no, not yet.
Once you find your organic, then you can mark the price up.
And then if you want to, you can pass these out. These are club brochures.
Just give these out to everybody.
Yes, yeah.
Sarah, what decides? Oh, no, pesticides probably.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So they do what's called like a till crop. So it's just another way for them to mess with the soil a little bit rather than using pesticides after pesticides.
Gotcha.
And Selena's passing out some club brochures if you guys wanted to look at those at all. It's a great club. I mean, you're not paying to join, you're just paying for the wine at a discounted price.
Do you sell in stores or restaurants?
Yeah, we have a huge distribution center in Los Angeles. So we sell to Costco, Albertsons. It's mainly stuff like our Zinfandel. Yeah, Pinot. You will find like an Anna's Red in there sometimes. I'll kind of go over the vineyard names as well. So HMR, like I said, that's named after Dr. Stanley Hoffman. And then we have our Anna's Vineyard. So Anna is the grandmother of Elizabeth Van Steenwyck, who owns the property, her and her husband, Don. And then Don Juliet, I'm not 100% sure. It's been rumored that that's his mom. That's their name combined. So one of the two, that's what it is. And then our Viking Ranch. That there is for our Bordeaux varietals, where all of our cab grows. It's very hardy and very strong.
So the owners died.
So Elizabeth is, she's 94 now. She lives in Paso. And Don passed away about 10 years ago. So their kids, who are now in their 60s, are taking over for them. So everything's family still. There's a home on the property that you can see from Adelaida. You can see from the tasting room. And that was the home that they moved to in the 70s. They moved from like North Carolina. Some of their kids now live in like Ohio. They're very much into like scientific drilling for oil. So the Midwest is a good spot for them there. We have about 2,000 acres in total at Adelaida. And then 164 to vine. So that's how much grapes we have on the vineyards.
2,000 acres right there in Paso?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that.
Mm-hmm. 1,000 of it, there's not much going on, but the rest is all of our walnut acreage and all of our vineyards.
Do you have any prices for these wines?
Oh yeah, it's on the back of that list there.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
No, you're okay.
I'm all right. Okay.
You're good. Are you liking it? Pinot. And then the next one that I'm gonna pour, I'll let you.
Sierra, what was this one again?
That's our Zinfandel.
The Zinfandel.
Yes. That is our Zinfandel. Do you like it? The Zinfandel?
Yeah, I like this one. Yeah, this one's good.
Good, good. Yeah, it's a beautiful facility. It's all wood inside, so it has a little bit more of like the aspen feel. It's very, very pretty.
I know he's out eating his own corn. He's being bad out here.
Have to
Separate them?
have to
Yes.
split those two.
We do.
This is our Cabernet Sauvignon, the next one. So this is our 2017. So this was one of those years where it was a pretty normal year, and then we got this really big heat spike, so we did over ripen some of the grapes out in the vineyards, but that happens. Paso does get very hot. This past summer it was like 117 out there. It was really warm. Yeah, that was not a fun day. So what we did was we used the grapes that we did have for our signature level cab, and then we sourced outside of our estate for grapes. So we just borrowed from our neighbors, but we stayed in Adelaida District. So Adelaida District is more of like our own little AVA. It's a subdivision that we have. So there's like Willow Creek District.
This wine wasn't actually from your district.
Right, just from our district. So it's called our Adelaida District cab. But it's very light. It's very approachable. It's got mild tannins, so it's not going to be super dry right away. But I think just with a little age, it'll firm up.
You gotta do better than what Ben told.
Yeah. All of our wines have some really nice acidity to them as well. And that has a lot to do with our soil. So our soil is calcareous limestone, so it raises the pH levels a little bit. So, and it keeps our vines very cool. So it's kind of considered a cool rock. So when it's throughout the vineyards, it's keeping our vines really cool.
Organic, what do you use to?
There's some sort of natural pesticide that they have. And then they kind of do like a tool crop. So they go through and they tool the soil. Yeah. Kind of like a cover crop.
So, because this isn't your vines, this isn't representative of what your cabs normally taste like? Or?
Yeah, so our cabs from our Viking vineyard are very intense, very bright and big. But this one is just a nice light cab. It's very approachable. Yeah, big. We do have those. So our Syrahs are really big too. Yeah. So we do a 2 vineyard blend of our cab and our Syrah from our Viking vineyard. And it's pretty amazing. It's my favorite wine we have at Adelaida.
What do you call that?
It's a cab Syrah blend.
It doesn't have a name?
Nope, just cab Syrah. I know, a lot of wineries will name things. We just keep it simple. Which one?
The one before.
Oh, this is our cab. Our Cabernet Sauvignon. That was our Zinfandel. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I feel like we should pour the Zinfandel after the cab because this one is a little bit lighter, but
Yeah, it is for a cab.
yeah, but it'll firm up with some age.
That's what it's for. You said what year is this?
A 2017, so it's still kind of young.
I think if your Zen had been a gem,
Mm-hmm.
it would have been better after.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, good.
I was eating my nuts.
You know, all
What's
the past
amazing is that all your reds are
Jam
really
bombs.
red.
Yes, they're very smooth and consistent every year, which is what I love about Adelaida.
We're not touching their nuts.
Does your winemaker do anything particularly different for his signature wines than other Paso Robles winemakers?
Other than just bottling the free run juice for our signature bottles, not really. We ferment in concrete and stainless steel and oak. So 3 different processes there. Mm-hmm.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, I
This seems like it had a lot of very little new oak. Do you know how much new oak?
I believe on this one it's aged in French oak for about 20 months and 40% new. Yeah. So it's going to have a little bit more like that vanilla character to it.
charcuterie, fromagerie.
And then if
Where did we get that fromage?
70% new oak.
yeah.
100%.
Yes, and that's more of like
100%.
our other end, yeah. And then if you want to revisit anything, we have all the bottles here, so just let us know.
Yeah, that cheese store down there.
I wonder if I could revisit the Pinot Noir.
Yeah. No.
It was a pleasant visit last time.
That you'll have to do online. No, just because I don't have like the Wine Direct app that we use. But if you want to purchase anything, you can do it online, or you can call the winery and we can ship it to you.
Maybe the next time we go there.
Yes. That'd be fun.
Simon from your driver.
Yeah.
You can rent the van again.
Wow, their cheeses were expensive, but their pickup parties were quite fun.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Holy shit, they have
$1 a piece. We just
Yeah.
get one.
Yeah, for an event where we're giving it all out for free though.
That was dumb.
Not cost effective.
Let me know if I need to open anything too.
Okay.
I love opinion.
I don't know if anybody needs any more.
Valerie, the baby's baskets together.
Do you mind giving me some water?
Who is it?
Thank you.
Charcuterie Marjorie. Thank you,
Yeah,
Valerie.
she's-
That's a mouthful.
Do you know
Don't
where
say
it's in Rio?
3 times in a row.
The key is you gotta say it before the base tasting, not after.
Yeah.
I think it's like home base. I don't even know that she has an actual
Yeah.
like,
No storefront, maybe?
She started a year ago
Ooh.
and it totally took off.
And,
very quick.
Gina?
I can imagine.
Because Letitia actually has a really great story, so I'll have her be a guest on something coming up here. She's actually gonna be on one of our learning curves and we'll do a cheese pairing
Butter place, shrimp.
with her because she's
We did
specializes
chicken
in
wings.
cheeses.
I think
she does Letitia too,
Because I've seen this box set from
Yeah.
Good.
We do.
Yeah, those are really cute, Valerie.
Really good.
Those are cute.
Very similar taste.
When you got it,
Almost.
Did you get the foodie
This
grill?
was like an added bonus.
Yeah, they're very cute. I like that you guys had that to pair with it.
So good.
It's about freaking this tall. What the heck? It's big.
That was blueberry.
Did you like the cab?
Big. Whatever that is.
The Pinot.
You would like
That's a
to-
lot lighter.
We did chicken wings on it yesterday. Aren't they delicious?
Yeah, that one is a lot lighter.
No, they just got air fryer. Oh, well, I'll send it back and get a grill.
Yeah. It's a little bit bigger.
It's bigger, Anna. It's bigger.
Ours is in the grill, big.
No, bigger. Big. Big. Bold. Big flavor.
Does
Yeah.
it open up the other Pinot?
Yes.
A lot of people seem to like that one.
Yeah.
So you can grill in it, you can.
What do you think about the-
Tim, did you like the Pinot one?
But it's not, it looks like more like a. You know what?
So maybe we can go around the room and say what our favorite was.
Yeah. I'd love to. I'd love to know.
Maybe feedback.
Yeah.
No, they were.
Okay, so on the ring, Sierra.
Okay. Yeah. I'd like to know what your favorite was. Yeah.
I'm here to listen to
You're okay.
Okay.
see what kind of wine snob you
I really like the Pinot Noir.
Did you?
Oh, yes, very good. And it has, my understanding is that Pinot Noir has the most riboflavin for your heart. And that's why I drink it for my heart.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. I'll take it.
The most what? Yeah.
What's your favorite other peanut?
You know, I really like,
I like the zero a lot.
Yeah,
I'm not really particular. I just, I'm trying to think of the Pinot I like. Yeah, and I like Mark West.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's only about 3 wineries in Paso that grow it themselves. So Windward is another really popular one. Jack Creek.
Yours is
The cab.
Denise? Okay.
The last one.
So we're gonna go around the room and ask everybody what their favorite was, if you guys are cool with that. Okay.
Yeah. Tim, what was your favorite?
Pinot also. That was,
Good call.
they're all good. But
I like the Pinot.
the light and
Mm-hmm. Definitely the lightest wine we have at Adelaida.
And mine was the sparkling and the Pinot.
You like the sparkling?
Yeah.
I knew you'd like the sparkling.
Yeah.
Mom, which one did you like? The Pinot?
So next time you come over, you bring them over.
Yes. You got it.
You're that that? You never hear that.
She doesn't
No,
really drink
not from
wine.
her.
She doesn't like wine.
Never.
They're like, Mom,
It must be good because she doesn't even drink.
I would
Yeah.
say she never drinks ever.
Yeah.
One time a year drunk, and that's it.
Yeah.
Every year she has a party and we all have to get drunk.
At least that you can remember.
Right.
Yes.
Or talk about it.
Yeah.
But if you don't drink and you drink one time a year, you're gonna get drunk.
Right.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
why you keep drinking, because then you don't get drunk anymore. You just
That's what everybody else keeps doing. We just keep drinking.
Yeah. For me.
Yeah, you just start drinking.
Everybody's like, don't you get a hangover from that when you drink a lot of wine? I'm all, no.
No.
But now the action is, what are you doing? You're not having wine tonight?
You feel bad the morning after.
Which one was your favorite?
I like both the cab. I like them all.
Mm-hmm.
I like both the cab and the sparkling.
Yeah.
Ooh. Both ends of it.
Is Garrett ready for more?
Uncharacteristically, the calves.
The cab. Do you usually not drink a lot of cab?
No, I'm usually not a fan of Zim.
Okay.
I really like the cab.
Yeah.
The sparkling wine.
The sparkling.
Cab and the Pinot.
Okay. Yeah, those seem to be pretty popular today.
Mm-hmm.
Pinot.
The cab.
The cab.
Probably between the Zin and the cab. I think the Zin edges out the cab.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually would like the sparkling, but the Zen for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to have another taste of the cab.
Well,
We can get you
I mean, these
another
are your bottles, so.
Yeah, got a little of that, but
So, does anyone want some of the cab then?
it's whatever you had the last time. I just had a Pinot and it was excellent, but I really like the cab.
Yeah, everyone at Adelaida will be happy to hear that the Pinot was such a hit.
And Kathy?
Well, I like the Pinot, but I'm not a sparkling person, but I really like that because you said it was Chardonnay
And Pinot.
and Pinot.
Mm-hmm.
Chardonnay and Pinot?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I tasted the
Let me open
Chardonnay
this one.
and a lot,
Yes.
and I love Chardonnay. Maybe that's why I like it.
Okay. Yeah, we do it.
Like, really, the bubbles seem small, you know. And I
They're.
know
It's
not-
light.
Yeah.
It's not very overwhelmingly bubbly.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. That's probably my favorite.
Yeah, for her to say that about a bubbly.
Yeah. Yeah. First one in 35 years. So.
Really?
Mm-hmm. We were really happy that came back.
I'm glad you mixed it with Chardonnay.
Yeah.
So did you guys do anything for Harvest Fest, or was it just completely closed in October?
Yeah, we were open, but what we did was we released our sparkling wine. So that was kind of our harvest fun. So before everyone did their tasting, we would pour them a little bit of the sparkling. So, but we couldn't have a party or anything like that. So
Was it crowded?
it was pretty busy. Yeah,
Yeah.
we were busy. It's so funny. Being closed, we didn't think we'd be busy, but we were actually very, very busy.
We had
We were
we had
dissuaded from that because we always do Harvest Fest.
Yeah.
And
and
it's
we
our
had
thing.
we had a house that we rented, and
Why
we
we
did
missed
all
Oh,
the
okay.
Plan Fest, 'cause it's always the same weekend.
Yeah.
We always rent a house
Mhm.
and get a limo and they drive us around.
Yeah, what we do is it's called a lobster fest. So that's in May. At the end of May, we do a lobster fest. We had to cancel it this year, but it's always really, really fun, and club members get discounts on tickets. Mhm.
Chamacel does one too.
Yeah, they're fun. They are very, very
Lobster
fun.
Fest is-
Yeah. We love our lobster fest. We were very sad we had to cancel it this year.
Yeah.
But hopefully next year, or this year.
Right, this year.
We'll see. This year.
I mean, I can't.
No. I'll come back there with sister. Yes.
Yeah, she's older than I am.
Oh, really?
Thank you.
Okay, Selena. And by the way, Selena started a new job today at
She's working for Shelley.
Her
So
chillers.
excited.
Just take pictures here and there, everywhere. Simon, Sierra.
Got it. And this is like the first time that Valerie's ever gotten me to do anything on camera, so and half of my face is covered.
No one will ever know.
Yeah. So she's tried, but this time I caved because it was my work, so it was my job, so thank you.
Very informative.
Thank you. Thank you.
And knowing the history of your winery is important.
Yes, it is. There's a lot that goes on there, so
Yes, and I was
thank you. Yeah, Elizabeth, she still comes into the tasting room and she has a glass of her favorite wine. So yeah, she's 94. She's very sweet. Very, very sweet.
Developing a vineyard right around the corner from you guys, I think.
Who is?
We have a friend of ours who's developing a vineyard out there.
Oh, okay. Do you know if it?
We're trying to remember the name.
I'm trying to remember the name.
It starts with I think it's Bali.
Volley or it's something along those lines. It's Bill Kesselring. They own Peloton.
There's like, I'm trying to think of something that sounds like that out
Right
there.
off the road. They've just started. They've been doing all
Is it on Adelaida Road?
It's not planted yet. You know where the I know Vino Robles owns
Okay.
a vineyard out there, and it's right on the other side of the hill.
Is it a winery or is it just like a
It's a vineyard.
just a vineyard? Okay. Okay.
Looks like there's a lot of people there.
They haven't done any planting yet. They're still.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It starts with a V.
I
thought so,
think.
but I'll find
Huh.
out.
I
It's on the text.
someone
Out there with them and we drink a lot of wine.
someone at Adelaida has to know what it is. Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple vineyards out, like distribution vineyards and like sourcing vineyards. So there's a lot of those out there.
I think eventually they are going to build a house on the property.
Okay.
He's the grower. He's the vineyard manager.
Okay.
Basically,
Yeah.
His client is going to build a house on there. But I'm not sure if they're planning on doing a tasting room out there.
Yeah. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
A lot of work and requires a lot of capital.
Yeah.
Did you say the owner is Peloton?
Yeah, Bill Kesselring. He's the owner of Peloton. But it's not the Peloton. The vineyard isn't for Peloton. It's going to be a different winery.
Oh,
Or, yeah.
So we have to like thank everybody, thank the Chamber of Commerce.
Mhm.
And final closing, straight up on camera. To let them know where you're at and you have to read it.
Okay.
I'll check with you guys until okay?
Okay.
And I'll get these guys quiet for a couple years.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know if anyone was ever doing.
Everybody?
Yeah, I think it's like 4 and 5 minutes.
All right, well, thank you, Sierra, so much for
Of
coming.
course. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming today, and thank you for enjoying our wine. I will give all this feedback back to Adelaida, and they'll be very happy and very pleased that you had some favorites in here. So yeah, please come visit us. Like I said, you can book online at adelaida.com. We do reservations every day of the week. Our last tasting being at 3:30. So it's never too early to drink wine. So we also have 10 o'clock slots. So
Exactly.
So, and thank you, Pismo Chamber of Commerce, for having me. I hope to do more of these for you guys. I'd be happy to. So just let me know whenever. And my name's Sierra again. So if you go out to Adelaida and say hi to me, I'll be there. Thank you guys. Enjoy.